And just to Farouk's initial point, like, when are our issues addressed?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and when I say specifically our issues, I mean, as a black American, I'm talking about specifically like our communities. Like, when is that investment going to happen? When are we going to see something as clear as, your statements around Ukraine, your statements around Israel, and like those statements now are being followed up by billions of dollars.
Right.
Which makes it realer, right? It's one thing to say, y'all support you. Yeah, I support you. It's another thing that I support you, and here's billions of dollars.
Yeah. Right? What would $1 billion investment in the black people in the black community look like from Congress? Right. I think that's the question. Like, what would that look like?
So
would it be like, these promises during the social media uprising era where it was like $100 million in social justice, but like, what does that look like? What $100 million, like, it took 3 to 4 years for that to even begin to come out.
Right.
And then, so if $1 billion was promised to black people, okay, great. But would we actually ever see it? Would it actually be released and allocated into communities, or would it all go to the NAACP?
Well, I mean, I think like really probably we need to, hit Ice Cube up because he had a plan for.
He had
a plan.
He had a plan.
He had a plan for black. But that's a great question. And I think like whether it be like manufacturing
right.
in our community, like places where we have jobs, some type of, ability to build some type of economic corridor. So I think it's a lot we can talk about what it would look like.
Soda brick out the church parking lot. Hallelujah.
Is that what it would be? You want the government to just give you $1 billion worth of cocaine?
If it was DJ Envy,
you'll triple that. You'll triple that cocaine, brother.
Man, listen.
I'll get y'all 20 billion.
I would just say, hey, listen.
To me. I got something for you.
Get your umbrellas out. It's raining cats and dogs and bricks.
So I think that the government does see war as more profitable.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Investing in our community.
I mean, the thing is, defense contracts are massive.
Yes.
A new bomb, new jets.
Yes.
Right? Opportunities to put new forms of warfare out that you've been spending money on developing. To see the efficacy of chemical warfare, of new bombs, all that. That is big business, right? That is where you go back 20 years to the war on terror. Halliburton was a main defense contractor.
Yeah.
And that's, you've seen like an economic spike. You've seen, a period of, I would say people were living a lot better at that point because inflation was low. You had circulation. You had things that could allow you comfort. Yeah. And a lot of that came from the byproduct of war. The American industrial complex and the military industrial complex yields benefits, and that's why America loves war.
Right, and it goes into
say it.
It was money laundering.
Because
how they were taking those opioids.
Bombs is how you launder money in a foreign country.
Real quick, when you think about like I always think about like how when the Taliban was in control of Afghanistan, they had almost eliminated the production of poppy.
Yeah.
Which makes heroin, because as like strict Muslims, they were against that. And then when America went and like freed Afghanistan, it became and remains the #1 exporter of poppy in the world.
And that's what they said. Joy come in the morning, but the plug come late night.
I also think about when we were talking about the expenses of murder. Expenses of murder. But when this military is also based on the exploitation of working class Black and brown people. And that's also one of the reasons why we cannot have the good things. We was also thinking about when they were talking about canceling student loan debt. One of the Republicans, the GOP, like 14 GOP Congress people sent a letter saying if you cancel student loan debt, who is going to sign up to be in the military? Right. So you also got to think about a lot of
somebody actually said that. That's crazy.
A lot of these policies are put in place so that people are exploited and then become the capital that goes to other countries and destroys other countries, so we can get these resources, so we can have the poppy, the oil, so we can have these surveillance contracts. And it's just like, or we don't have to live like that. Like maybe you could just negotiate whatever you want and pay people equitably for their resources.